still being driven on the supply side by some of these bottlenecks that we've been experiencing. Clearly, the war in Ukraine has had an impact as well. Is that where inflation is still coming from, or do you think it's broadened out?
I think it's broadened out, Guy. We all feel it at the pump and at the grocery store, going back to the trade policies of the previous administration with tariffs on imports and retaliatory tariffs on exports that have impacted the American farmer and manufacturer, plus this insatiable appetite that we as American consumers have for goods. All of this is adding up to that 8.2% inflation that we're seeing, a 40-year high. We've got to continue to find ways in our part here in the supply chain to bring down costs, and that means just velocity, moving the cargo through the system swiftly and giving certainty to the market on the transportation side.
Catch up. Appreciate your time, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Keep your oral Los Angeles Executive Director. Thank you very much indeed. Coming up, he's back with the silver hourly meeting. Jair Bolsonaro in Brazil's presidential elections. We're going to speak to the CEO of the Ethereum private equity manager, Oscar Decatoli, CEO of EXA Invest. Joining us next. This is Blue.
By 2025, e-commerce is projected to reach 33% of total retail revenue, adding $1 trillion to online sales. Warehouses are facing pressure to boost productivity and quality control to keep customers satisfied. Verizon's 5G Edge quality assurance for warehouse catches picking and packing errors in near real time and helps to avoid them, increasing accuracy, reducing costs, and improving customer experiences.
Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to turn on my just the messages probably on my phone.
It is so confusing. This sentence gives unlimited abortion rights, but the next sentence takes it away. I heard this takes away parental consent for abortion.
This says nobody gets prosecuted. What if there's negligence or
Okay, good morning. 10:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, October 31st, 2022. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I welcome you to my live if anybody's watching. Make sure to hit that like button so we can get this around the algorithm. And I kind of just want to go over the market as a whole. We have, first things first, we have, let's see. So U.S. Treasury yields climb as investors look toward November Fed meeting. So we have a Fed meeting coming, and it starts, it's a 2-day meeting. We'll get into it. It's going to discuss everything that's going on here. So Treasury yields rose on Monday as markets looked ahead to the Federal Reserve's November meeting due to begin on Tuesday. The 10-year Treasury yield was up by more than 4 basis points to 4.05%. The yield on policy-sensitive 2-year Treasury rose by around 7 basis points to 4.497%. Yields and prices have an inverted relationship. 1 basis point equals 0.01%. So then we go down here. So the U.S. 3-month, we've got a 4.102 yield, 0.02% change. The 1 year, we've got 4.607, 0.037 change. The 2-year Treasury, we have 4.493 or 0.071 change. The 5-year, we have a 4.242 or 0.054 change. The 10-year, we have 4.052 or 0.042 for a change. The 30-year Treasury is at 4.152 or 0.023 change. So traders expect the Federal Reserve to hike interest rates by 75 basis, yada, yada, yada. That's about what I would expect too. I'm not going to go over and read all of this. Well, I mean, I guess we could, but there's nothing to really talk about right now except the fact that they're expecting a 75 basis point rate hike. The meetings, I believe, start tomorrow. It's a 2-day meeting. So we're probably going to get 75 basis points at the end of it. But that still remains to be seen what exactly is going to happen there. So Appreciate everybody who hit that like button. That really does, it does make a big difference. I do appreciate that. XRP, if we're looking at XRP real quick, we're in a downtrend, but I mean, excuse me, XRP could be a real possibility here that XRP is putting in a downtrending support here, and we're going to have to bounce up again. Just a matter of where you'd want to do it. Like for me, I feel like what we've started here is a good place to actually start. You could even come across here too, I suppose. Man, it's so hard because you can literally manipulate XRP's pattern into making it look like whatever you want right now at this point. Because you could even come down here and say, oh, look at this. But I'm just going to keep it the way it is on this chart because I have other charts that we can look at, like the perpetual futures, the US, or the easiest one to see is my perpetual futures one. This is where we fell out. And we even created a smaller pattern within. And now it just looks like XRP. If it loses this support area, we've got a mighty fall for XRP. I mean, this is legit the strong support area at 44.93. So that is just an area that I really feel like it needs to hold. Hey, Thanos, welcome in. Good afternoon. This, the live just doesn't work great here on YouTube. It doesn't let me do anything. So, it's no fun. It literally froze up and it wouldn't let me load on, and now my stuff is like frozen. So, if anybody's wondering why I don't usually do lives on YouTube, that is why. For some reason, it just doesn't work very well. Works good on Twitch. Works very well on Twitch. But yeah, so for XRP, we're really at a critical support level. That 44.93 has been a very big support for a very long time. Or around the 449 level. And now XRP, to me, the 1 hour is not even complete. So when you go into the 4 hour, this drop doesn't look done. We haven't even completed the bearish divergence here yet. So it's not looking great to me. See how it won't show me anything? You see how much different the live looks? Twitch, it's got everything up. YouTube, it doesn't show me anything.
So you can't see people or anybody?
It shows me this, but it won't let me get into my comments. Everything glitched. It made me restart 3 times. So if anybody even comes here, it'd be a freaking miracle at this point.
Yeah, YouTube. Woo!
Well, that's why I usually go on Twitch.
You should tell me this spooky job.
I have to wait for people to talk. But as you can see, the bearish divergence hasn't even completed yet. We haven't even had the full bearish divergence. So, I mean, unless XRP, because this looks like an M-topping reversal, could be starting right in front of our very face as well. In front of our very eyes. Unless we get back up above this uptrending resistance at 468 level. I mean, XRP is in the midst of what could be a nice drop, and we might be finally revisiting this extended bear flag at 38 centile, the 37.35 level. And if that's the case, it's not bad. It would be another spot to reload up and get ready for a further move as long as we held the bear flag. So it's not a huge deal. But it is a level of consolidation that we're all going to have to watch because it's more than likely going to happen. Especially when you look at the Dow started off rocky this morning, but the Dow's not. See, here's where the problem starts for me. So when you have the Dow looks like it's not done yet. The Dow looks like, even though it's at this resistance level with this, it's an inside out. It's a wedge forming, and right now with. I suppose you could say that's not even the most accurate, but I didn't use the top part. I used down here, and I went 1, 2, and then this was an overreach, and then this is another one. But these were the 2 that I started with, just like here. This just followed perfectly. The uptrending one now, if it does break this, this is where the Dow could continue on its merry way. And with the way that they're inflating the money supply right now, I mean, we're talking about some serious issues right now, ladies and gentlemen. We really are. And as if they continue to print money, and instead of doing QT or quantitative tightening, and they go into quantitative easing as they've been doing the last few weeks, we're going to have such a period of hyperinflation now that I don't think many people realize what that means. But if we go into hyperinflation, the US dollar goes goodbye-bye. It's already going goodbye-bye, but it really goes goodbye-bye. And now that we're starting what could be a bullish cross here on the daily, on the Dow, if this is the case, I mean, you would talk about the Dow having new highs. If this plays true, if this really played through, because this could be, some could say that that's a fucked up bullish, bullish Gartley here. So, I mean, if that's the case and we're creating some inflated, because we already have an inflated monetary policy right now. The US dollar is overinflated. I mean, it's up to 111.47. And it's not done yet. I keep, excuse me. I don't know where my 120 spot whatever went, but I've had a 120 spot resistance line up there forever. And I thought that's where the market would capitulate up to there. And I've had that out there for a long time. Let me get rid of some of this because this is just going to confuse everybody. But it's not confusing because when you watch it as it layers back in, we get to see how all of this is made up. And it's a spectacular thing what the US dollar currency is really doing. And this morning I just talked about how if this just stayed above here and got to break out of this, then we're going to come back up here, likely. And that would put you back up to this 112.652. But these are real tight now. So we'll just let this play around now. We'll let this bounce around these areas, how it's supposed to. So basically you're looking at this 110 spot, 30, and 112 or 113 now are the main areas of concern for the DXY. The US 10-year yield is up almost 3 basis points or 0.7%. It's up to 4.044. And once this loads, we'll be able to see that this isn't even done yet. Unless my stuff deleted off here again, because everything seemed to have deleted off this morning. There was an update, and all my stuff seemingly is gone. But that's okay. Okay.
Good question, Alex. I think it does get easier on my side. I think in general we will see good practices happening locally in Brazil, but the exposure.
Man, that is on such a little spike right now. It's insanity. Insanity. Anybody taking out loans or has credit cards or anything like that, you're definitely this isn't a joke. This is real shit here. We could even go from here. We could bring it out from here and say, oh, well, you know, we're creating something here. But, like, I think that's all. I think right now, this is literally on one. I guess, excuse me. Guess we would have to do it like this a little bit more. I'll bring it in a lower time frame so that we can make this a little bit. Yeah. I mean, it's in a rising channel, a huge one. That's a huge channel. Massive channel. So, I mean, if you're looking at this logically, it looks like we've had a bearish cross, but now it looks like that could have been a fake out because now it looks like we're trying to use the 4 hour as support again, or the 3 hour at least. I'm sure we've done it with the 2 hour. Oh, no, we haven't come all the way down. 4 hour, we're right on right now. So this is either going to play through. You'll know if this plays through because this uptrending support would break at about 4 point. Where is this at? Nah, it's about 3.978. So that's where a major point would be. So you would know. You would know. Well, it's also occurred to me that most people watching probably want to comment, but you're not part of Tom's army. So that just shows how many people are not part of Tom's army. That's a shame. Only one person. Well, you know what they say. A lot of times hard work goes unnoticed. That's okay. That's okay. Yo, Sean, welcome in. XRP Perfection, welcome. Yeah, there we go. 3. I like that. The focus. I appreciate the 9 months. I really do. Sean, good morning. Jordan, good morning. XRP Perfection, good morning. The reason why I do that is because I got a lot of spam when I would let everybody talk. So I figured, hell, if you want to talk during my lives, you can be part of Tom's Army. I already feel like, I mean, we get support. Don't get me wrong. I have 213 members or 212 members of Tom's Army, which is incredible. So I'm very blessed by that. Just, we've been in the normal downturn. A lot of people are upset about crypto. A lot of people would rather just take the information and run. I just come in here and I grind every day. It's fine. And I think the update we did this morning was fire. I really liked the one this morning. That's the direction I'm going. A lot of people... I got an update, too, that I'm going to do after this as well. I just wanted to see if anybody needed any help this morning. But, when there wasn't much talk, it's like I could just be doing an update. So that's fine. So that's US 10-year. Ah, crap. Forgot that YouTube won't let me look at it like that. Kayak, good morning from Spain. Fantastic. Fantastic. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. I was 3/4 through your update. No, Mr. Live. Jordan, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I just came on here to see if anybody had any questions on this Monday morning. See if anybody needed any help on what was going on in the market. But I actually have an update that I can do, since everybody's busy and is doing their own thing. So, that this was just a pure, hey, let's see if anybody needed help. I'd stay on for like 15, 20 minutes and see what was going on. But, I can obviously do my updates without going live. YouTube does not do a great job of putting my stuff out there. Ever since I got the warning for speaking my mind. So, it's not a big deal. Oh, no problem, Jordan. I like talking, but, there's a lot of people are at work right now. But that's why I come on at certain times, because I feel like, I like the lives personally as well. I just wish YouTube fixed their stuff, that's all. I definitely see 75. This is what I was talking about when I first came on. This is what I'm going to do an update on after I get off the live. But I actually was literally going to do this update, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll come on and do the live real quick. And see what's going on. But yeah, 75 basis points is what it's looking like. And that's our setup right now on the Treasury bonds, all the way from 3-month all the way up to 30-year. And you can see they're up slightly all across this Monday morning. You can see that, especially like even if we look at like the gold and silver markets, they're up across this morning, or down this morning, because the US dollar's up. So the dollar's up. Every other thing paired against the dollar is down. Gold's down 0.25%, or down to 1640, which means all mining stocks are going to be down this morning. There's just nothing you can do about it. Silver's down, copper's down. So it's a shaky morning this morning on this Halloween. Zill, we'll look at Zill in a sec, focus. I'll answer that question in just a second. Thanos, just hand-truing wheels at the moment and listening to you, man. Oh, man. Working hard. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, well, I'm inside doing this right now, but I would normally be outside trying to record, but it is pouring outside here in Michigan. I mean, it's just pouring. But with Zill, I've been watching Zill myself. I really wanted to get in on Zill, but it just... Unfortunately, Zill hasn't given me that confidence where I can just go in and think the ride's going to happen. I thought Zill was going to have a move, but when it puts in this little double top formation and now it has a bearish cross, it's hard for me to just take a buy, and take a shot on it. I mean, it's had these crosses it hasn't fully had the cross, but it's trying to have the cross. It's had a divergence complete in the 5-minute. And the volume... our volume profile right now, let's look at the 30-minute volume on Zill. So this 30-minute, we've had 15 million. The previous 30 We had 35, 38, 56 on the pump volume though, and 57. So honestly, I don't think Zill's dead yet. I just think Zill needs to hold this ascending triangle breakout support now, and that's what it's trying to do. If we could hold this 3043, maybe we have to come to 2891, which would it be? It might be a little bit of an issue if it came all the way down there. I'm not gonna lie. Taylor May, welcome in, love. How are you doing? Good to see you in here. So if Zill were to do that, and happy Halloween to everybody watching. Happy Halloween. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I do. Unless you found me in the Telegram, I'm not sure how else you would have found me. I do try to put this on Twitch as well, or Twitter, I mean. But even my other channels that are linked to this, it didn't pop up. Because as you know, I have a couple other stations. It didn't pop up to this. So that's, it doesn't show it, and I wish it would. I wish there was a way that I could just make everybody's notification go off, but I can't. But we do have this bearish cross that started on the 30-minute time frame. So, I mean, with Zill, you have to be very careful right now. Hey, Jordan, did it really? Excellent. Excellent. Well, I do like the fact that it notified you. Well, that makes me happy. Hey, if I see one person it notified, that's better. That's something. I can accept that. But anyhow, we've lost the 200-day support as well. Kayak, what's my opinion on Ethereum? But anyhow, before we go to Ethereum, this is what you're looking at with Zill. If Zill can stay above this breakout point of this ascending triangle, then we have a chance. And I started charting this back pretty far back with Zill. So, I mean, this is just top resistance points that it was hit. 1, 2, 3. And then it had this really big spike out of here. Came right back down. And then up here, and it hit the pattern resistance right here. And now it's using the pattern resistance and short-term pattern resistance as support. So we're stuck between the longer resistance and the short-term resistance as support. So if Zill breaks down, this would be a huge breakdown, though. When these break down, it ends up being a massive breakdown. Massive breakdown. Wow, Thanos, really? That's awesome. Well, if you guys did get a notification, in fairness, if you're part of Tom's Army, I can send it out in the community. And it does, it should tell you that way if you're part of Tom's Army. But if you're not part of Tom's Army, there's no way for me to do it. So at least the members of Tom's Army, maybe it got to some people, which is nice. Thanos, XRP Perfection, happy Halloween. Kayak, you got the notification too. Excellent, excellent. So we'll also go to Ethereum, as you said. But just remember what I said about Zill. I'm a big fan of Zill. I've been adding to Zill. And I've only got 5,222 shares when it came down into this 2.8 level, which you guys already know. And then once it breaks that, I'll buy more, because I'm not done buying them. But it's all by levels. I don't think Zill's anywhere near being done. But at the same time, Zill just had a run up to 18 to 20 cents on a parabolic spike when they had some new tech updates released. Or they had some stuff in the Zilliqua network happening. So anyhow, not too long on any coin or token. So let's look at Ethereum real quick. Ethereum's down 2.32, or let's see, not the perpetual futures. Let's use today's chart. Ethereum's down 2.27% at 1554.47, approximately down 36 bucks on the day. We'll go through both of the charts, the perpetual futures as well, the tether chart. But first we got to start on the USD so we understand the price action in US dollars. So in US dollars, you can see Ethereum started to go bearish a little bit here on the 2-hour time frame. And I love to start at the 2-hour, especially when we have pattern resistance. Look at that. Came all the way from my 1303 all the way up to the 1636 and hit it perfectly. And if you overextend this as well, you can see how these patterns work together. And then watch this. And this was the ascending triangle breakdown, remember. And now look how this is working. Now all of a sudden you've got pattern resistance on the overextension, which I always call it the inside out route, that you can simply use the pattern overrun. And now you can use that as your pattern resistance. But I've already got level that I knew 1636 was the pivot level before 1729. But look how this all plays out. So now, okay, Tom, well, how does Ethereum stay bullish? Easy. Stay on the support level at 1583, which ironically correlates with the 20-day. So you don't need the MA lines. You just need your pattern. But look, I'm going to warn everybody. Ethereum is very, very bullish right now. And some are going to say, well, what the fuck are you talking about, Tom? Ethereum's coming down. He's not bullish. It's come down, and it looks like it's about to massively break down. So look at one thing. It needs a massive breakdown. Because if it finishes it properly, you have a cup and handle that as long as you do this, that's a bullish cup. You've only got to stay above like that 1445 level. Where are we at right now? Just ask yourself. Ethereum's all the way up right now at 1554. So you're talking more than $100 it's got to drop. And that would be a bullish handle still. And that comes ironically right down to where the 200-day on the 2-hour time frame. As long as you're holding the 2-hour time frame, the 4-hour support, you're fine. You're bullish. Once you break that, you've turned very bearish. And then it would end up breaking down to about 1303 to try to figure out the consolidation zone. That's why that crucial pivot support down there is still sitting there. So right now, this is very bullish if it puts this handle in, though. This is a very bullish cup and handle if it puts it. The only problem is if it uses this cup and handle, it's bearish. It can come down here like this could have been an overextension, completed this cup and handle. Right now, it's very bearish, though, for the top part, which is what you would expect. You would expect the top handle, the top cup and handle, that should be bearish because we haven't I'm going to show. So you would expect this to turn bearish because we haven't reconsolidated this area yet. The initial cup and handle breakout. So a lot of times we fake out, have a breakdown, come to the true support level, then we can break back up. And then maybe it's a double. You know, you could have the Batman top or whatever and end up back in that zone. But right now, I feel like if we use this cup and handle, we're going to come back down to this level. So it's bearish in a sense until we get back down there. But right now, we haven't used this cup and handle. That's not a good formation. And the grand pattern is still way up here, which would put you up at that 1732. So what do I think is going to happen? I think it's got to come down a little bit for all the reasons and more that I just said. I really do. But I don't necessarily know if it's done yet. Now, the one thing that can really spook this market is the Fed meeting. Everybody's expecting 75. If they say 50, you might as well just go all in because we're going to have a hell of a pump. It's not going to be the forever pump, but it's going to, if you see 50 basis points, just go all in. Wait for the initial drop off and then just go all in. 50 basis points would inside a fucking pump like you haven't seen in a while. If we get 100 or more, you better liquidate. If you get 100 or more basis points, the market will dump. Right now, it's neutral. It's neutral on a 75. If it's a 75 basis points, it could do either or. I feel like it's baking it in a little bit for the 75. While we're dumping right now at the end of the, during the weekend and start of the week, I feel like it could be baking in a 75. But if we get I've been waiting for 100 or more, but they don't have the balls. They don't have the balls because they can't technically fight inflation. Can't fight inflation. We got dickweed, trying to run this country. We've got Janet Yellen, the zombie, who has no idea what the hell is going on, trying to run the budget. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. They got rolling her corpse out there telling you that there's no inflation, everything's fine. Like, it makes no sense. And everybody just eats it up. Nope, it's Yellen. She said everything's fine. There's no inflation. Everything's looking better. It's like, on what planet is that? Do you guys go to the grocery store in the USA like I do? Things are very expensive. Things aren't getting better.
Things are very expensive.
They're very expensive. You can get about a 25% of your cart.
If they have the
Cost you the same as what it used to last year for the full cart. If they even have it in stock. They don't even have toddler formula, baby formulas, or anything like that in stock for months. It's ridiculous. They do it on purpose. Do it on purpose. We all know they do it on purpose, but nobody ever talks about it. But they do it on purpose.
one Halloween joke.
What was the Halloween joke?
Why didn't the skeleton go to the moon?
Because it had.
Or the haunted house?
Because it had no.
No guts.
Oh yeah. So a Halloween joke.
Why didn't the skeleton go to the house?
Oh yeah. Why didn't the skeleton go to the haunted house? Because it had no guts. That's a duly funny. Let's see if everybody's hitting that like button. 40 people and 24 likes. Let's hit that like button. I would really appreciate that. Surprised there's 40 people in here.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you know a lot of them, or are there new faces?
I don't know, because only the ones in Tom's Army can talk. Otherwise, I got a lot of spam and a lot of dicks. So I had to make it like that. So it would be less dicks. But XLM, you can see we're about to lose the 11-cent handle. That means we've fallen through a major... Yep. And look at these guys and gals. If you're watching me right now, look. Randad, good morning. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. But if you guys are watching right now, and gals, if this plays out and look how we hit this resistance, we're more than likely going to come down to this 10-8. And we're going to see if this third hit, if it stays, and then we can fill out this whole bear flag. If not, and you see XLM's price come down here, we're going to have a massive tank job here in the making. If that happens. Happy Halloween, 1986 Baldwin. Happy Halloween.
I like pumpkin.
Me too. I like the pumpkin as well. And happy Halloween to everybody who's watching. I really appreciate everybody watching. I do. It means a lot to talk to everybody on this Monday morning. I have a lot of fun doing it. But look at XLM, ladies and gentlemen, in the 2-hour time frame. It's had a massive reversal here. I talked about it in my morning update. If anybody subscribed, if you're watching me and not subscribed, join Tom's Army. If you want to talk right now in the live and you're one of the 40 people and you're not part of Tom's Army and you want to talk, join Tom's Army for $9.99 a month. Show that support. Or send a little donation. You can hit this little $ thing and it can be as low as 99 cents and I can see what you're saying. Or you can just send something, a super sticker or a super chat just for the hell of it. I don't expect it. But that is a possibility that you could actually do. Believe it or not. So let's get rid of some of these dots. But XLM's got my full attention right now. Because it looks like it's about to crack. We've already done it in the smaller time frames. And now, hopefully, we can pull down all the way to 10.8. And we can let this pattern reset. Now, crazy support here, though, that we have to break as well. Like, these are areas that just don't want to give. This has not given up since October 22nd. Look at this. So before you're like, oh, this pattern's over, just let it do its job real quick, okay? Let's let it do its job real quick. Otherwise, you could get caught, you know, the old bend over job. They could get you bent over in this market. But look what's happening here. We've got to watch this because I know it suggests that this level would come here. But we've got to break this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th time it's hit this on this little uptrend since the, October 23rd. Since last Sunday. So if we break that, we know the next level is going to be 10.8. Now, if we break the 10.8 and we break the bear flag, oh shit. Hey, Ernie, welcome in. I appreciate you stopping in. Wow, welcome everybody. Welcome in on this Monday morning. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Nick Andrew, thanks for joining Tom's Army. Holy crap, the live has worked. Julie, the live did its job.
Aww.
One person joined Tom's Army, and I've now had a good day.
Hallelujah.
Exactly. As everybody knows, if one person joins Tom's Army in a day, I'm the happiest person on the planet.
And it's Halloween.
And it's Halloween. So, Nick, I really appreciate it. Yeah, it won't renew because YouTube is updating their terms of conditions. So for anybody on the Apple who uses who has the Apple Store, it wasn't letting you automatically join YouTube on YouTube. So you would have to do it through you'd have to go to a desktop browser. Well, they're updating it and integrating it for Apple users to where you can actually subscribe to someone's channel now, their paid subscription, through your app. So that'll be nice. Nope, you did not, Nick. They automatically renew. See your emoji next to you? That's the predictor. That doesn't come out until like the 5th month. Yep. Nope, you don't lose your status, my friend. You just made me happy by being a member. See, my whole thing is in the lives. I like to see the support. And the more people that are talking, the more that I know are part of Tom's Army, and it makes me happy. Like the Focus is a member for 9 months, and I activated that so that you could share with everybody during the lives how long you've been part of Tom's Army. So then maybe somebody else will be like, holy crap, look how long these people have been part of Tom's Army. Maybe I am missing out on something. Which I think everybody is. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to bitch and moan. Because you're part of Tom's Army now, we have 213 members of Tom's Army. I think that speaks in itself. That's a lot of people. I think that's a lot of people. And we've maintained. So, one day we're going to attract a whole bunch of people. And my goal is to one day get it up to 1,000 people. That's always been my goal. We've got it up to 213, and we're going to continue to grind. I haven't missed a day in 18 months on YouTube. Not one single day. Or 19 months since I started. I've missed 0 days. And that's a streak that I absolutely will never give up. So, like we're saying with XLM, watch this pattern support. Because it's yet to break down the small uptrend. It really hasn't. We've hit it. Let's see. 1, 2. Here, let's mark this real quick. Just so we can, when we look back, it's just a quick 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th section now, right there where it didn't break it. And now we've got a 6th right now. So unless we break down, if we don't break down here, this is 6 times on the same uptrend since October 23rd. That XLM would not have broke this trend. That's an impressive streak if it holds this. It really would be. Hey, Devin. Devin. Ooh, that's perfect. Devin. You're a long time. I made you a mod in here so that you can talk during my lives. I appreciate the $1.99. I really do. Thank you for that. So would you please send a message right now so I can see if you can talk? I do this for certain people that have been a part of the show for a long time. And you're definitely one of them. You've been around since like the fucking beginning. S-Mac, I agree they're missing out. And it is a very rainy day here in the great state of Michigan, Nick. And happy Halloween. Julie, Devin liked your joke. And he sent you $1.99. She heard that at physical therapy. My customer was asking who I'm listening to. He's concerned about the market, I guess. Told him to check you out. Hey, Nick, I appreciate that. You haven't checked me out. For sure. More proof here that's not in Tom's Army is missing out. Keep it. Ace, triple B, real talk. 1986 Baldwin. Are we still in an XRP bull flaggeroonie? We'll check the XRP bull flaggeroonie. And if you're watching, make sure to hit that like button so we can get more people in here. And share this on social media. I greatly appreciate it. That's the only way I can get more people. It's very hard for me to just get new people. I get anywhere from 15 to 45 or 50 new people a day just by doing my updates on YouTube. But without your help, I can't get the hundreds or thousands of new people each week or month. You know, I'll be stagnant at 500 to 1,000 new people a month, which is still great. A lot of people would kill to get that. I understand that. But with all of your help, now that we're over 14,500 subscribers here on this YouTube channel, you can help me grow exponentially, and I would greatly appreciate it. So, this is what we're looking at right now. XLM's had 6 hits since October 23rd. 6 times, and it hasn't broke it yet. So, if XLM fails to break this again, it's going to be suspect if it actually breaks down. But we can technically still come out until about November 5th or 4th, but I don't think it's going to take that long. If we're going to have a breakdown one way or the other, it doesn't feel to me like it's going to, man, oh man, because we have this Fed meeting that's coming up. I believe it starts tomorrow. And if we get a 75 basis point rate hike, I don't think that's enough to crash the market. I don't. But this gigantic M, if this breaks, just pay attention here. This is a giganto bear flag. And once this breaks, you've got a target. First hit is at 9.9. So pay attention to that. That's a big drop for XLM. Now, XRP is a whole nother story. Just on the onset, XRP's price is at 45.30, down 1.13% or 0.0052. We sit above a critical support level at 0.4493 approximately, or the 449 level. So we've hit that many times, but we've also continued to break back up. Ernie Lightning, thanks for the $1.99. I really appreciate that. Multi-month subscriber to the channel as well. I really appreciate that. Stacking firewood and listening. And, well, that's the way to do it. Definitely going to need that firewood now. Definitely going to need that firewood. It's not terribly cold here in Michigan today. It's about 52 degrees. But it's rainy. Very rainy. But I appreciate the support, Ernie. And thanks for the $1.99. I greatly appreciate that. I do. I appreciate the 2 donations. Popped the cherry today. I appreciate that. One person joining or rejoining Tom's Army, good enough for me. It's been a great live. But XRP, are we still in the bull flag? Well, let me go to my bull flag pattern. Oh, wait a minute. That might have been the bull flag pattern. No. Oh, no, it's not. That's my other pattern. Sorry. I have different charts for different things on here. But no, we're not in the bull flag as of right now. We fell out of the bull flag. That was the major thing. Randad, member for 10 months. Love it. See? A 10-month member in the house. How awesome is that? Thank you, Randad, for that continued support. That's incredible. 10 months. Wow. 10 months. Getting close to that year, Randad. But right now, for XRP, who asked this question? 1986 ball, and we are not in the XRP bull flag as of right now. Well, my bull flag, my XRP bull flag. Some people would say that it is, but I have certain things that it has to meet. So right now, to keep this as simple as possible for XRP's pattern, in this bull flag, XRP, we need to get back above right here. It's about the 4665 right now. And you can see, are we starting to try to fake the market out with some kind of weird fucking Gartley here? Like, that's what I want to know. And with XL, I'm hitting 6 times in the same spot since October 23rd. What's going on here? Is this market going to continue to come down in the hour? It looks incomplete. It looks like it still needs to come down or stay in this area for a little longer. In the 2 hour, though, it's definitely, it's shaky, but it could have a quick reversal. In the 4 hour, XRP looks like ass. It's well below the 4 hour support. We've had a bearish cross of the 50 and the 100. The only thing stopping this divergence is crossing the 200 now. And it feels like if you get back into this before XRP were to break back above 4665, you're going to get bent over worse than the LP gas prices. Yeah, we are getting all bent over with the gas. It's expensive. It's real expensive. But yeah, if you don't want to get bent over by the market, you're not going to want to do it right now. This is not the ideal time to be like, oh, I'm going to start trading this market. And yeah, you could fix this. This was my ascending triangle that was built after we started breaking down out of the ascending triangle, which is the bull flag. This is the smaller ascending triangle that if we didn't hold and re-break up, it was a big problem. It's a big problem right now. And for XRP, it's a big problem. I'm not saying this pattern's over because technically on this inverted head and shoulders, it can come up here to the 65 cent level. And it fits within the pattern. It's just there are levels of retracement, and it might be the area down here at 37.67 that might be the ultimate rebuy zone. It is what it is. For anybody who watched it go to 56 and they were grabbing their balls and, you know, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to buy it cheap again, not realizing that we're still under incredibly cheap. But anybody who was losing their mind, beating their head into a wall, you know, it's one of those things. What are you going to do now? I seen a lot of people bitch and moan, piss and moan, wanted to blame people for why they weren't in when it was at 56. are those same people buying at 45? The same people that are bitching right now when XRP is at 45 cents were the ones that were like, oh my God, I can't believe XRP would cost me $18,000 for 10,000 shares at one point last year. Now it's sitting here at 4,500 and they won't buy. Like there's a lot of delusion that goes on in cryptocurrency, folks. XRP's community is no exception, except it's my favorite one because I believe it's the most dedicated. I believe it's the most loyal. Yes, it might be the most delusional of them all with fan bases, but I do believe the XRP faithful and loyalists understand one thing. On-demand liquidity is important. They might not understand why or what XRP is, but they understand the ODL and RippleNet. But the ODL is the main thing. Because with XRP, if you're a fan of XRP, the main thing to understand is RippleNet, all that shit doesn't need XRP. You know what does need XRP? The ODL function, the on-demand liquidity. Without XRP, you don't have that liquidity. So that's the most important thing to remember. If you don't know anything else about XRP or why you should buy it, the whole world needs liquidity to move their money from point A to point B. And if you go to a digital world, there's no better way than with cryptocurrency. It's so far ahead of the game, and there's no better crypto to send money from me to you than XRP. I do it every single day. I use XRP every single day to send money from one exchange to another, or from one platform, or from one person to another. It literally happens in a split second. Even if something's being slow, within a minute or two, you're gonna have the money. It's cheap. I mean, you can't even see a charge because it's so cheap. You know, there is no fee. It's fractions of a penny. So, is Doge? Yes, Doge is running because Elon Musk talked about using Doge as a way of payment on Twitter possibly in the future. And they're taking Twitter private, so you don't have to worry about a lot of the stuff now. But I talked about Doge. I have another channel that I just started just for the hell of it because I wanted to talk about Doge and Shiba. And then all of a sudden, 1,200 people joined, and it was like, holy fuck. I don't know where all these people came from. I was just trying to put updates out so that I could remember stuff. Then it turned into something, but it's one of those things, like I almost feel like abolishing that station and just putting it all on my XRP station. Like just everything's going to be on there. Everything I would have put on there, it just all goes on my XRP station. But then it becomes a lot. You know, then it becomes how many updates a day am I really going to put out? Like, I got a lot of stuff. But yeah, this is what we're looking at with Doge. Like me personally, I'm looking at this ascending huge bull flag. It's the ascending triangle that was built out. And it looks better in different time frames. It just depends how you look. But it's got to maintain this. And then if it breaks this uptrend, I believe it's going to come back down to about 8.5 and reconsolidate this pattern. But Doge was ready. It revved up. It was ready to go. Doge was legit ready to go. What time is it? 11:28. It's been 48 minutes. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we talked about Ethereum. We've got XRP pretty much on lockstep. XLM's the one again. Waiting to see. And again, this pattern is still fucking holding. Even when it came through, it didn't break it. Not yet. It's close. XLM is close. So I know Doge is the one that's tough for me. I want Doge as well, but even at 6.5, 7 cents, I wasn't sure. Obviously, I look like an idiot right now because it's at 12.5. But Doge is one. Algo is one that I need to acquire still. IOTA. I mean, I still have to acquire more of everything, but as it got cheaper and cheaper, I started buying a little XRP, XLM, XDC, DGB, HBAR, VChain, Zill. So I'm not empty-handed, but I'm nowhere near where I need to be for a full stack bags. I'm probably like 20%. I don't know, triple B's. That's my problem. It could be all up, but I think it's got to have a drop. So fortunately, I think this pattern is going to bust and we hit that 3682 resistance. And then if we're going to confirm a breakout, we should get another chance to buy around the 3390 level, even if it holds. So it's a hell of a question. We got a lot to see with Algo's pattern, but it's definitely, at this point in time, it's breaking out. Definitely breaking out. Whether it holds or not is a much different question. But it's definitely holding out or breaking out at this point in time. Man, that's so hard to see. But this is breaking out of the bear flag. So that's why it's important. When it starts breaking out of the bear flag, you know, that's when you can get major movements. And it definitely is right now. It did hit that pivot resistance point at 3682, which I think is classic because they always do that. And that's a pattern that I've left in there from even when Algo was way down here. I still had this up here because it always somehow comes back and forth. But it looks like it's starting to break down in the 1 hour. I would be willing to bet the 30-minute doesn't look great. No, it's trying to lose the pattern right now, but it's trying to work on a weird W reversal here. So we're going to see exactly how Algo decides. But if it does break down, we're looking to come back and retest the breakout point at 3392. That just typically that's what a pattern does. And Doge even, speaking of Doge, even Doge with that big breakout, still, after all of this, if it does lose this and this is a topping pattern, and we'll know unless it breaks out of this, and then it might have to come back up here again before it does this, but we'll see. A lot of times they like to come back up to the breakup. So came up, rode this a little bit, and then broke out. And this was my clue if I was paying attention to Doge like I should have been to buy it. This W reversal on top of this resistance level that was support, or support level, which was resistance. That's your key to a breakout, and look how perfectly it worked. And it was trading within this range forever. Boom, 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 boom. And once it broke this, it had a parabolic spike, almost 1x. Just from here. So now I would expect it to come back down to the 8.5 level. Or at minimum, this uptrending support at 11.2, and then it would show that this pattern is good. So, Crypto Scrooge, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good, my friend. I'm just finishing up this live. I just wanted to come and touch base with some of the ones that wanted to come watch, and it's been nice. It's been nice touching base with some of the ones on YouTube. Then we talked about IOTA, and with IOTA, you can come join me on MEXC. I think it's a great platform to trade IOTA because I had a hard time finding where to buy IOTA. Got a link in the video description below. But IOTA's got a bearish cross starting here in the 30-minute. So, I mean, a lot of it looks like we're going to come down here on this Halloween. But, yeah, I do want to thank everybody for joining the live. I do have stuff to do because it is Monday morning.
And Halloween.
And Halloween.
We still have to cover our pumpkins.
Yeah, we still have to cover the pumpkin.
We're failing.
We are failing. So, but I appreciate everybody in this live. Will be updated shortly. So, stay blessed, everybody, and have a good morning.
She was playing a little teaser.
I'm just up in the air about the whole soccer bit because the NBA is screaming crypto adoption right now with team sponsors. I know, that's the problem, but with all these sponsors, it kind of feels like, you know, we're going to have a very cheap price for all the establishments to get in. So once you start sponsoring a team, you're going to want to get a cheap price to get in. So, or once you start sponsoring through crypto. Yes, I do, 913. That's why I say with XRP, XLM, XDC, you have to have the equal parts. And you also have to put focus on Algo, IOTA. There's also got to be focus on HBAR and DGB and Zill and VChain. I'm not putting all my money in one pot because I know there's a very real chance that in the end XRP could end up being the distraction. That doesn't mean XRP won't be make you very wealthy. It just means that XRP could end up being a stable coin for all of crypto. And that means that my price point would just stick at $1,000 for the max, which, oh my God, he's saying $1,000 is the max for XRP, you cocksucker. Guys, we're at 45 cents. If it got to 1,000, we'd all be wiping our ass with $100 bills. So let's relax here. Fuck that. I'd be wiping my ass with silver bars. No. I appreciate that, everybody. Appreciate it. But, you know, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. But I'll be putting an update out on YouTube. How everybody gets all mad at me, Nick. $100. If XRP got to $100, I'd be so happy. I'd have $1 million on 10,000 shares. Good enough. I'm not greedy. You kidding me? Are we kidding ourselves right now? I know, Jordan. Well, I mean, for real. We would, though. We would all be wiping our asses with $100 bills if XRP was $1,000 and everybody gets mad. Do you realize if you just had 1,000 XRP, how much money you would have with $1,000 XRP? With just 1,000. Does anybody care to do the math? If you just had $1,000 XRP and you had $1,000 price, what is that, $1 million? Yeah, that's $1 million. Unless I'm an idiot. That's $1 million just on 1,000 shares. And then people be like, oh my God, XRP can only get to $1,000 stablecoin. You're a piece of shit, Tom. I knew you hated XRP. It's like, hated? I'm telling you right now that XRP could get to $1,000, but I hate it. I should be in a loony bin for saying that when something's 45 cents. I should legit be in a loony bin for saying that, according to some. But then according to others, it's just not enough. 1 mil? All right, Nick. That's what I thought. And it's like, oh my God, people are getting mad about $1 million. You know you're in Looney Tunes world or Looneyville when it's mine. Even to me, if something's 45 cents and I buy them and then it goes to $10, I'm like, holy fuck. But then people are like, $10? You should be fucking lynched. You call yourself an XRP supporter? I'm sorry. Sorry. You're right. XRP's going to $8 million tomorrow. My bad. Should be a fun update because now I'm in this mood for after I shut this off. So now, well, I should end this now because now we're gonna have a fun update when I do this for YouTube right now. Got to do the late morning update. Then people are like, well, you just did a live. Why do you do an update? I don't know. It's just shit I do. For the ones who don't go to the live. Just what I do. But before I bury my own grave and then people start unfollowing me, I will let you all go. And then you can see me on the live. And yes, 10,000 at $1,000 would be 10 million. But that's not enough for some. It's not enough. They need to know that XRP is going to be $50,000. $50,000 is the only way people will be happy, Julie. And Little T's room?
Yeah.
With Tommy? Wow. Well, that's good.
She was running around on his blacks while he was laying on it.
And then XRP right here, it looks like hell. XRP doesn't look great. Could that be a bullish Gartley that's trying to form right under our noses? We will never know. We will never know. Triple B's, thanks for the $5 donation. I appreciate that. And I will always keep at them. Gotta have the voice of reason somewhere. I feel like XRP's setting up the big go after yourself right now. Everybody thinks XRP's about to go nuts. For our sake, I hope it does one of these. And yeah, this chart probably wouldn't play out as, 36 cents would be great. Jan, good morning, welcome in. You caught the tailwind of this 1 hour live, which it comes out of nowhere when I do the lives, but I do have fun doing the lives. I did tell everybody I was leaving, so they started leaving, but that's what happens. You just got to stay around until I actually log off because I bounce around and then I just log off. And DGB fell back below within a key breakout area as well. And the divergence ended, but do these patterns look complete to everybody? To me, it doesn't. To me, it looks like, depending, I want to say they're complete. I do. I want to say it's all over. It's all downhill from here. I think in the short term, it can be downhill from here. But do we think the grand pattern's over? This could definitely be a topping reversal. It could. It could certainly play out like that. And then you'd have to come down here at this 37.5 cents approximately and play that area. That is what I want to happen. So I'll leave it like that for everybody because I do have to go. I got to get the morning stuff done. It's Halloween here in the great USA. So make sure to watch this update back or this live if you didn't see it from the start. And for everybody who tuned in, for everybody who hit that like button, I greatly appreciate each and every one of you.